Good evening. I'm Greer McGeary, President of Seahorse Victoria.
And I'm Colin Hall, currently Secretary of Whitehorse Toastmasters.
Colin, welcome. What I was liking to discuss tonight is Toastmasters International. Now, it is a self-development course, usually referred to as learning how to speak in public. But it's much more than that. I'd like you to outline what it is and the benefits that we can all derive regardless of where we come from.
I would describe it as a do-it-to-yourself program. So it only works if you're prepared to put in. There is certainly books and processes and manuals that you can refer to, but really it's a choice. It's a choice program. You say, I want to try and do this, and this is the next challenge. The book's suggesting I try this, and you go for it.
The thing, a lot of people understand Toastmasters about public speaking, and in some ways it is, but it's about learning leadership skills and to be able to think on your feet and have a conversation, particularly if you're at a lower end of the corporate structure and the boss says, "Oh, Colin, what do you think?"
Correct. It's a very good skill. I don't think I've got that mastered, and I keep saying, people say, "Oh, you've been going to Toastmasters a long time," and I say, I'm going to keep going till I get it right, which I expect will never really happen. But what I found near the end of my working career was that I could look back, and then, especially the last major job I had when I left that, the feedback I was getting from my employees was that they really liked me as a manager. They really appreciated the feedback, and that's what the thing that Toastmasters, I think it's the best thing about Toastmasters, is the evaluation, the ability to give somebody some positive feedback on whatever they're doing. Doesn't matter how bad you think it is, and to suggest how they could do it better. And that I didn't realise I was doing at work, and people really loved it. So I think the upside for employees or managers who learn to do evaluations well is your employees will be happier. They will certainly probably get paid more, and they'll grow in their jobs because it's supported.
That's one of the things I've enjoyed about it is the evaluation process. It's developing the listening skill and then giving feedback to somebody without being critical, but offering a critique of what they do. It is a structured program in a sense, but it's self-help, as you've already alluded to. Just for the benefit of everyone, it is a club-based system. So there's lots of clubs around Melbourne and the world, and it's run like a proper meeting. The agenda is that everyone's allocated a task, whether it's to be the chairperson for the night, whether it's to lead the impromptu speaking exercise, whether it's to do a prepared speech or some other activity, or provide an educational to somebody, to the audience. Besides all those skills, what's the really key element that you find most attractive about Toastmasters?
I love the diversity of opinion, the diversity of the people that come along, the stories that people tell, and I love their disclosure about their life. And it's not a life I wouldn't necessarily meet them, and yet I get to see and experience some of what they're going through in life, and it's always different to mine. So from that point of view, it's fantastic.
The thing that I've found really attractive about is all those things, but it's the acceptance of everyone who turns up. Now, obviously coming from one of the alphabet community, a transgendered background, I don't need to explain myself, and I don't have to ask anyone about themselves. They're there because they wish to improve themselves. That's what I was there to do, and that's what you've said that you're there to do, to improve themselves. But in doing so, it's the acceptance. I can go anywhere within Toastmasters and I don't need to explain myself. I'm there for the skills that I've developed or can impart. As you know, within our club, and I'm fairly heavily in demand as a judge at competition time, and have been given the honour of being the chief judge at very senior competitions. It's that acceptance I find really the great thing about it.
People want to hear what you have to say, which is really nice.
And not because I look this way.
No, they just want to know about you as a person, and that is fantastic.
The diversity of backgrounds, the club that we're involved in, Whitehorse at Nunawading, is that we have people from just about every corner of the world.
Correct.
Accents and that, but when you start to listen to them, you realise that some of these are very intelligent people with degrees in engineering and computer science and backgrounds that when you first meet them, you've got no idea of that. Here's me, I don't have a university degree because my original career was a very in-house occupation, but I found the speaking skills allow me to participate at a level that's...
We've had politicians in the club and we've had doctors in the club, and it's really good. So they are meeting people equally. That's really what it is. It's an equaliser. And the rules about Toastmasters, where no religion, no sex and no politics, really is good. You avoid those topics, everybody gets on. And if the world could all be in Toastmasters, it'd be a great place.
Well, it's not so much avoiding the topics, but avoiding the controversial aspects of the
That's
topics.
true. True.
But it is interesting sometimes to hear people talk about their religion, not in the proselytising sense, but in the cultural background.
Helping us understand.
Yes.
Which is really helpful.
You touched on also the very important aspect of not just improving yourself, but how the impact improved on other people. Have you seen it besides yourself in other people that's occurred?
You mean people
that really the benefits they've gained from has had a bigger, wider impact?
I'm sure I have. I can't give you a specific example at the moment, but if it's happening to me, it's happening to others, and I think therefore it's making impact in workplaces all over the place.
Because this is the aspect I really do like about Toastmasters is that it doesn't matter what background you come from, it doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter what gender you are, and it doesn't matter what qualifications you have, that you can learn skills to be articulate and to communicate those ideas clearly to other people. Thank you, Colin, for talking about Toastmasters tonight. And I'm Greer McGeary, and thank you for watching.